What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dean from the Randomly Irregular podcast. As you can see, we are joined by several people. We've got Tigard over there on the right side. We've got Deej on the bottom there. We've got
Yeah, hi.
we've got Wibes. I see her hand there. Why is it blurry?
Oh,
Because they have a blurry
background.
background.
Oh,
Can you continue?
okay. Anyway, and we've got Rowdy Red Wolf.
Oh!
Okay, I said please don't do that again. Anyway, we are just having some technical difficulties beforehand, but hey, we're going right through this shit. Okay.
Well, that's what you get for freaking taking a 4 month hiatus here, frick.
Hey, you know what? I had to take some time off and take care of some good stuff. Okay, I'm the good stuff. But
Oh, yeah, so do tell.
yeah, no. We're gonna go through the line here. We're gonna
Okay.
talk about what's going on these past couple of months that we have been gone, and maybe go on to other things like what are we gonna talk about today? I know Rowdy Red Wolf wants to talk about
Some wrestling or
some.
oh, hello.
All right. Well, we are.
No, it's cute.
Well,
All right, so what we were trying to do is we were trying to catch up, and we were going to talk about some sports stuff, remember, and all that.
yeah.
Okay, so
So,
all right, we're gonna get back to it. It's been a long time, people. Okay, it's not easy just to taking the 2 months hiatus, break and stuff, and then getting everything all clear. Okay,
Correct.
I'm in a freaking bathroom somewhere. Let's
I
talk about
I
that. Let's
I
talk
know
about
where
that.
you are.
I have to smell everyone's freaking breakfast, lunch, and dinner the whole damn day in a bathroom,
Hey,
stuck in a bathroom. Which
Lies, people. He's smelling his own.
Dude, I love my own creations. You know what I mean? All right, but since you were so nice in telling us what we get caught up, can I tell you what I've been doing for the past 2 months, Dean? Since I pick it up?
What have you been doing these past couple of months?
Well, when we didn't do the podcast after Christmas, I was like, man, this is not the way 2026 should start. So I was like, maybe I should go on a little, self experience myself. Maybe I could go out there and find myself. So I went down to the torturous, heatful deserts of Arizona. Down in the Grand Canyon. Yeah, I did. I went over down there, and I ran into to the natives, and I called them the cactus people. All right. Now, for like 1 month, I lived and breathed with these wonderful people. They taught me the ways of how to handle things and whatnot. And let me tell you, it was freaking amazing. All right, I'm not gonna disappoint you with all the freaking details of that, but I'm gonna tell you something. But I had to learn I had to learn how to hunt for myself. Had to learn how to gather water, and I had to. And then, but they, when it was time for me to leave, they said, no, man. The people from Jot are coming over here, and they're gonna try to take over our camp. And I was like, no, not with me. I will stay with you, and I will be with you until the end. So we battled and fought off these freaking people that are trying to take over the Cactus People's place in Arizona. It was amazing. And while I was gone, y'all took a little freaking field trip over to Arizona and found me. So in conclusion, everyone, don't do drugs. And if you ever have to do alcohol, do it responsibly and just rub it on your shoulders in case you're hurt.
Well, there you go, kids.
You're welcome.
There you go, kids. Don't do drugs, or else you'll turn out like Deej. In Arizona,
Yeah.
taken over by the natives. I don't know. Well, anyway.
Hey, they taught me how to be a prick without being a prick.
Maybe it was a cactus.
Hey, where is that noise? Damn,
We
I'm not at my.
no. You can't
I
use.
don't have my
you-
noises.
Oh,
There it is. Thank
there
you.
it is.
All right, Tygar,
Thank-
you're gonna be with power on that. Okay,
All right,
you're gonna be
all
doing
right.
that all day long.
So yeah, well, that's what happened to Deej. Now, what's going on with you, Tigard and Wives? Where's Wives?
Oh,
She's
well,
somewhere.
Wives, already. She already checked out. She was like, Peace out, yo."
Dang, like she had a hand in there for like 2 seconds, and that's it, right? Peace out. All right.
That's all anyone gets.
The artist formerly known as.
Hey, sometimes 2 fingers is all you need. You know.
Wait,
Oh,
that's what she said. Anyway,
Yes.
Oh man.
anyway, what?
Oh.
Thank you, thank you, Tigard. So yeah, what's going on with you, Tigard? We haven't seen you in a while.
just enjoying. Was it year 8 out here in New York?
Mm.
Um,
I heard there was a blizzard.
So for the first time since Wives and I have been out here, we've gotten to experience blizzardy weather and deal with snow happening at least once every week, once every 2 weeks. So apparently snow is gonna happen again sometime tomorrow and potentially on Monday again.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
we're done with winter. We're over it.
So did North Face products help you in the time of need?
North Face, yeah, did that?
Well, I've been wearing Canada Goose, so
Oh, hey.
that's
Canada Goose.
yeah. Yes, Canadians for the win.
Okay.
Oh, good to know. Good to
All
know.
right.
I use Kufonda. I
What's
got a
that?
jacket from Kufonda. It's a clothing line. It's a really awesome clothing line. But peeps make fun of it because it sounds like Koof. So it's like, no.
So what does
I'm
that
not
mean?
trying to make. No, because they can't take me seriously nowadays. I don't know why, because I'm always truth and honest. I'm truthful and I'm honest and I'm full of truth and fart. But when I was looking at all of these wonderful like clothes online, I was like literally looking for like really awesome jackets to wear, and I found Kufonda, and I'm like, well, this is embarrassing, but I don't care about my reputation because I'm Tinks,
Is
no
Ku-
one knows.
is Kufo-
I'm your AI companion, So hey,
Is Kufonda made by La Fonda?
drums, please.
You know who?
Sorry.
Does everybody know who La Fonda?
There you go.
Anyway.
You're funny.
Sorry,
You're funny.
I'm a little rusty on the dad jokes there. Yeah, it's been a while. So, wow.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, we didn't even do. Wait, when's Father's Day? When are we gonna do our Father's Day jokes and stuff? I got material for days now. I'm ready to start.
We've got a couple months before Father's Day, so yeah, we have time. So
Can we do it now?
I have
Like
nothing.
not now, but like in next week or something?
Next week, like dad jokes.
Yeah.
Sure, why
I
not?
mean, it doesn't have to be on Father's Day, right?
No,
I mean,
we can throw a couple out there.
all right, cool. We're just Tiger. We're gonna start the shows with a dad joke.
And it's Tigard.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Anywho,
But I mean, we forgot one person. We have to ask Red Wolf how has he been doing?
nah.
Wow, you Jamal Anderson, Dirty Bird, Mother Humper,
Well, as you can see behind me,
special guest.
this guy, right here. So what's up,
What's
Red
up?
Wolf? What have you been doing these past couple of months?
Well, I'm just like chilling. First time I'm venturing out of the rowdy room just to join this podcast today. So, but of course, probably today. Of course, everyone's doing great, and not only that, I'm still looking out for my mom and the rest of my family members. So, but on the safe side, just like we're still pulling in strong.
Very good, very good.
Nice.
So family's
That's
doing
a
good.
Wolfpack shit, bro.
Yeah. As the
course.
leader, the wolf pack.
Yep.
Well, I mean, now that we got caught up and everything's all good and go and awesome and stuff like that. I know that Dean wanted to start off the podcast with a question. I know that
Oh,
he wanted to throw a question out to everyone because apparently throughout the whole 2 months of self-expression and finding himself, he has one question to ask each of us. So go ahead, Dean, bust your question.
it's not that I was holding off on this question. It just popped up in my mind this morning, because we were going to do a podcast and we didn't have anything to talk about. So let's see. Now that, football season is over and baseball season's coming up, and we already know what happened to the 49ers, and we already know who won the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
So you
I actually didn't watch the Super Bowl, but
you didn't watch
I'm
the
gonna
Super Bowl?
guess. I'm guessing, and this is my worst nightmare, and I'm guessing this happened because life is unfair. Did the Seahawks win? Gosh damn
Yes.
it!
Yeah, they did.
On our field,
They,
bro.
On our field.
they massacred New England.
Yes, they
Oh.
did.
Yeah, they sure did.
Even Red Wolf was disappointed.
Thank you.
Yeah, but anyway,
And only fitting that the backup quarterback of the 49ers beat us, right? Or won the Super Bowl before Brock, right?
but is that fitting?
Only fitting.
Is that fitting? I don't know. Well, I mean, it's well deserved. He's tried his best, and he's been into different teams being passed around, and finally he found a team that respected him, and accompanied with full blown offense and defense that are mind blowing. So
See, I
obviously,
knew you were gonna jump ship. I knew it.
which
I knew
brings
it.
me, which
Move to
brings
Seattle,
me.
bro.
Well, hold up, hold up, hold
Did,
up.
did you get your Did you get your JSN jersey already?
Yeah, did you get your Sam Darnold Super Bowl jersey yet?
When I went to the NFL Experience, they were handing
Oh
out
my God.
Jackson and Jigba cards, and I picked one up, and gonna laminate it, by the way. So no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, no, the question was, what would you consider a loyal fan? Is it the years that they have been they have been uh, rooting for their team? Is it the merchandise that they have bought all these years? Is it because their dad or their mom was a fan? What makes a loyal fan to you? I know what bandwagoner is. Okay, all right. So what hey, excuse me. Excuse me. I am not a bandwagoner.
Sorry, I'm allergic to bandwagoners. I think I'm close to one.
How dare you? But but yeah, what would you consider being the number one fan of a team, the best, the loyalist fan? Whoever wants
Good
to go
question.
first. One.
I'll take it. So, as a young little prospect, I'm not like a sports prospect, more like uh, prospecting for crystals and
Crystal.
silver
Hmm.
in my lifetime as a kid, trying to do a come up to make any type of money. I realized that my family would gather around on certain days and just freaking yell their heads off. As a 3-year-old, you're just like, this is kind of scary. What the hell are they doing? Like, are we? What the hell kind of ritual is this or something, right? So you're scared, and then you go in the room and everyone's dressed in the same jersey or whatever, and you're just like, huh, we're a cult or something. And so, they're yelling, they're screaming, they're cursing, and they hate their TV. Like, they curse at the TV. They hate the TV. Whenever the team that made this that they're wearing the same color jersey that they're wearing, whenever they did something good, they would cheer and be happy. And then when they did something messed up, they would curse it and throw stuff at the wall or something. It was violent.
Oh yeah.
And I said, as a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, not 6, 7, but as a 4 or 5-year-old, I said, I'm going to join that cult. And so my family were always hung out on Sundays watching the 49ers, right? And so I was like, I'm a 49er fan. And back then we had like, Steve Youngins, Steve Young as a quarterback. and we had a guy by the name of Ricky Waters, and it was funny because he's a running back and he's a running Waters, you know.
Oh.
And then we had John Taylor as a wide receiver and Jerry Rice, and then we had like a guy named JJ Stokes, which was stoking everyone because he was like supposed to be a superstar, but he can't catch. But other than that, they had success. But on Sundays, it was an interesting thing, you know. So my family had, you know, only afforded what they could. I mean, I don't think they they didn't have a bunch of sports memorabilia or sports fanatic type stuff, but each one had a jersey on, and everyone would. And it's funny because everyone would talk about the Niners of yore. Like the catch was always being discussed around the family and whatnot. And so for me, being a fan is one. You could be a fan if you were born into it. You know, if you were they were huge fans, and I just said, you know what, I'm gonna yell, scream, and be embarrassing like my family every Sunday, and that's what I became, a 400-pound Sasquatch that yells at freaking the sky on Sundays now because of my family. And then I bought my jersey. I had to get XXX Sasquatch because I can't fit any of the normal human being sizes. So I had to get I had to get a
Triple
DeForest
X.
Buckner jersey. Hey, don't make fun. You
Oh,
know, I
I'm
don't
not
make fun
making
of you.
fun.
Yeah, look, hey, if you look it up, everyone. It's real. The triple, it's a X6 Sasquatch. It's a real size. Look it up. Google it.
Wow.
But I got a DeForest Buckner, so you could only imagine how big the Buckner was on my back because I have like a big old hump, like Notre Dame. And so instead of saying Buckner, it says Buckner. So he was my favorite player,
Because of the
and
hump.
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
So I know you guys know that jerseys are freaking hell expensive, right? So I decided to get jerseys to save money. So you know, I just wanted to make a little collection of jerseys like, with Steve Young and Jerry Rice, and then with the new peeps, the Brock Purdy, Nick Bosa, and stuff.
Okay.
So, in conclusion, being a fan is, you know, you could be brought you could be I was brought in by my family. They bought, like, you know, they didn't go heavy hard on sports paraphernalia, or what is it called? I don't know. That's not drugs.
Sports paraphernalia.
But sports stuff, you know, they
Merchandise.
got like a few
Merchandise.
blankets. Yeah, they got a few blankets, a few pillowcases, and they would drape the 49ers blanket on the couches for Sundays, and then we would have snacks and story time
Okay.
of yours. So yeah, I think that being a fan is passing down your generation's history to the next generation, to the next generation, and to have a connection between you and your grandpa's 49ers, which is something that's kind of cool, actually. So that's how I became a fan. And that's all I have to say about that. You're welcome.
Okay. Very good. Thank you, Deesh. Tag guard. What about what the hell?
So,
What about you, Tag guard? What do you think a loyal fan should be of in a team?
Okay, so there's like so many layers to being a loyal fan in my mind. Um, but the I think overarching theme of it needs to be like, do you continue to root for them year after year, no matter what happens? Because just like Deej was talking about, I was born and raised in SF, so of course I'm a Niner fan. With wearing my
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
yeah, buddy.
when we actually won a Super Bowl.
The Niners.
uh, I've been a Warriors fan even before We Believe. During the very dark times when you can get a ticket for like $15 and no one was really showing up except to see Jay Rich dunk.
On some fools.
Mm-hmm.
Um, obviously been a Giants fan my entire life. I've had favorite players like Richard Aurelia, Hunter Pence, Yastrzemski, but I'm gonna go in a different direction for you guys because I've had this conversation with one of my good friends out here who's a huge Bostonite, and he always rags on me because I'm a fan of the Penn State Nittany Lions football team.
Oh.
And he would always ask me, he's like, "Oh, so did you go to Penn State?" I was like, "No." "Oh, have you traveled and gone to a game there?" "No." He's like, "No, then you can't be a fan of that team."
Oh, okay.
That to me, like, I take offense to. Like, I'm not going to gatekeep anybody that wants to be a 49er fan, Giants fan, Warriors fan, Sharks fan. If you want to, join the Bay Area fandom with us, like, by all means, go and do it. If you're going to be a fan of another team that I don't like and would, even on the terms of hate, like the Dodgers or Cowboys, I mean, it's still your prerogative. Like, I'm not gonna tell. I'm not gonna tell you like, no, you can't be a fan of said team.
So it's okay for me
but-
to be a Raiders fan.
I hate you.
I'll get to that, Dean, after I finish this because that what Dean does is so annoying to me and Deej that we rag on him all the time.
What are you
But-
talking about?
So, I became a fan of the Penn State Nittany Lions in 1997. It was summertime, just watching TV. I wasn't really a fan of college football, but it was summer, like near the end of summer. Like, what are you gonna do? And I remember it was like over the weekend on a Saturday. Football, hasn't come on yet, and that would be Sunday anyways. And I turn on TV and I see a football game, and I see these cool jerseys, blue and white, Nittany Lions. And then I like watched them, and they were just like dominating the team that they were playing, and I just instantly got hooked on Penn State. And like anytime players came out of Penn State into the NFL draft, I always wanted my Niners to draft him. Obviously wanted Saquon to come to the Niners when he came out.
Okay.
And like that to me is being a loyal fan. Like if something drew you to that team for whatever reason, and this irks me so much, but even those that are huge T Swift fans and became Kansas City Chiefs fans just because of that, I have to say you have every right to do that. I mean, that's not my way of doing it, but again, like, I'm not gonna tell anyone no, you can't be a fan of the Chiefs for T Swift dating Travis Kelce and blah blah blah, all that stuff. Like, we can disagree or not like what other fans do, but we can't keep them from liking said team, and as long as you continue to follow them. Now to switch over to Dean. This is where
Oh, here's the good stuff.
Deej and I get so irritated, guys. All right.
Oh, no.
So
Yeah.
Dean
Yes.
says he's a Giants fan, Niners fan, Warriors fan, Sharks fan, right?
No,
Yeah,
that just says
but-
sucker free. No, sucker free, dude. We know. It's not San Francisco.
But once the Warriors look like they're not gonna do so good, what does he do? Light the beam.
Like the
Now he's a
freaking-
now he's a Sacramento Kings fan. Where did that come from? Because of your Mike Bibby jersey.
No.
Oh please.
No.
Oh please.
Okay.
Or
I'll let you finish.
This is like wearing a Raiders jersey when you're a Niner fan. Like you can't be
Disgusting.
NFC, AFC. Oh, I'm gonna root for the Niners because they're in the playoffs. Oh, they're not in it. Oh, the Raiders are doing good. Okay, I'm gonna be a Raiders fan. Like that.
When was
No,
the last time
like-
the Raiders did good?
I don't know. Why did you have a Raiders jersey then? Like
I'll explain it.
No, no,
I'll
no, no. I
explain
got
it.
an answer for that. I got an answer. I got an answer for that. You know when the last time the freaking Raiders were good is when a goat from the Niners named Jerry Rice went over to the team and led them to the Super Bowl. That's when they were the last relevant. That's funny that it's a 49er that made the Raiders go to the freaking Super Bowl. You're welcome.
Okay.
I will say as a little tagline, they got screwed over in the AFC Championship game against the Patriots with the Tom Brady tuck rule
Oh,
thing.
yeah, dude,
That
Charles
was
Woodson totally got that fumble.
yeah. Because see,
Yeah, that
here's the
was a
thing
fumble.
too, dude. Charles Woodson, one of my top favorite players. Like
There you
I
go.
love I love DBs. Like come on, Dean. You and I initials DB. Like how can you
Yeah.
not like DBs, right? Like
Wait,
Champ
wasn't he
Bailey.
from
So,
Cal?
Yeah. No.
no, he went to Michigan.
Michigan, Michigan, Michigan.
But like but like that's the thing. Like if you're a Woodson fan, like I get it. Like dude, I wanted the Niners to get Woodson when the Raiders had Nnamdi Asomugha. I wanted the Niners to get Nnamdi. Like of course, but I'll still always be a 49er fan. So go ahead,
I
dude.
have something to say to your friend Tygard.
What's that?
Not to be disrespectful at all. As you know, I'm a very loving, caring citizen
Why you got to
of the
start with
world,
that?
right? Because I'm a loving, caring citizen of the world. Shut your mouth. No, I was kidding. So I got something to tell your friend over there. Just because I'm a big fan of Alyssa Liu and she got 2 gold medals doesn't mean that I was part of the freaking skating team. Okay, so you tell him, yeah. See, I mean, do I have to join the skating team to be a fan of Alyssa Liu? Nah. She just has to freaking land her triple lutzes and her double hoops and freaking just glide and slide to her music like she did. She was a freaking adorable little ballerina out there. Fan.
But she's from Oakland, so she must be a Raiders fan.
She's from the Bay. She reps it hard. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, she's totally dope. And I think that, like, Alyssa Liu, big shout outs to Alyssa Liu. Thank you for repping the Bay. And thank you for being a very adorable, smiley person. Uh, you know, it's cringe when people like say that she's like hot or something. It's cringe because she's like 20, dude. Relax. Come on.
All right,
She's a, she,
we're going off on
yeah,
tangents now.
We're
yeah,
we're
it's
going
kind
off.
of cringe.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Let's get back on
Oh,
track.
my bad.
Red Wolf, what do you think a loyal fan should be?
Well, to tell you the truth, there's different forms of being a fan. I mean, me on the other hand, I've been a fan of Bay Area sports as a kid. Well, it's all dating back to my family, because God rest, my dad and my sister. They were true 49er fans, and then of course they were also true Golden State Warrior fans. There's a saying that every great invention it starts with an accident. I was a Niner fan by accident, I think starting back in 1988. I've heard what they did. I actually heard what they did in 2 other Super Bowls, which is in the early 80s, which is Super Bowl 16 and 19. They were outstanding. But then come 1988 when they went to Super Bowl 23, it was an epic matchup. Then 24, then the last appearance was 29. Yes, that's one of the most epic Super Bowls I've ever seen during my first time there.
Bengals and
But
Niners. Huh?
but the thing was, like, how did I join? Is because, like, every Sunday or sometimes Monday nights, my brother and my sisters and my mom and dad were gathering around the TV. They're screaming their ears off, saying, "It's like, get 'em, get 'em!" I was like, "Touchdown, woo!" That kind of thing. But I was like in the other room watching cartoons. So then, I was wondering what's going on over there. And it's like, oh, they're just watching football. So I was like, so I dismissed it after a few times. But then after that, it's like, okay, I'm going to join in with you guys. So I started becoming a 49er fan by accident. So I've heard about all the great Niners, and I actually met 6 Niner legends in person.
6.
Yeah, 6 Niner legends in person that that once graced the television sets on Sundays and Mondays, and I shook their hands and saying, you guys are legends, But actually, one of the six that I got a chance to meet was Jerry Rice. Dude has like
Legend.
he had like 5 rings on each finger, and I shook his hand with all the 5 rings in it, which was
Nice.
His fingers are long as hell, huh, Red?
Oh yeah, of course.
Dude, he's got long ass fingers, bro.
And he fits like all 5 of the rings are on each all 5 of the rings on each of those fingers, And yeah, and of course that to me solidified my fan. Well, of course I've been a Niners fan. I have been a Niners fan for a very long time, since 1988. But then there were times that the Niners seasons got so disappointing. I was like, what's going on here? It's like I've waited after 1990, when they're supposed to make it to 25, it was a heartbreaker. So then 5 years later, luckily they went back to the Super Bowl. But then all of a sudden, though, it's like now they're going for 6. So right now we're like coming in close, like twice or even 3 times. But then it's like, so I kind of felt, it was like it's always close but no cigar for the Niners. But
It's a curse.
Yeah, but you know what? It's like, but I never thought of leaving for another team because like at the time I did not know what bandwagon jumping is. But when I heard it from someone that I knew, that means like,
Dino.
Your cousin, your cousin.
Dean.
Wait, dude, you really?
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna get my point
You
across.
disrespectful host.
Well, I didn't know the term bandwagon jumper at the time, but of course, yeah. But the thing was, though, but when I started knowing the term, I was like, oh, shit. So that's what it meant. So then from now on, it's like it's Niners all the way. Even same thing with the Warriors. It's Warriors all the way, and even the Giants. SF Giants all the way. So right now it feels like I'm bound by being a fan is all about what it's about. Being a fan is like through your family, because like my mom, my dad, everyone else were like Bay Area sports fans. But also when it comes to knowledge, that's part of it. But I've known people who gatekeep, not to name any names. There are some that are gatekeeping, but that's how you can tell. Like sometimes they're just afraid that you're stealing their thunder, But for me, when I want to share knowledge, I'm here to like collaborate and have a serious conversation, not gatekeeping or saying, "Oh, you're not a fan. Oh, you're not a fan. Oh, you're not a fan." I was like, "Come on now."
I like this guy.
The truth is, being a fan, it comes in different forms. As long as you don't gatekeep, or as long as you don't think about jumping to the other team that wins.
So yeah, with that said, Red Wolf, why you were part of a family with Dean? Why didn't he get those genes?
I don't know.
You asshole. How dare you?
I don't know, man.
He did get genes. Look.
I got yeah, but
Bumps.
Well,
Answer the question.
So the question. Well, I think. Well, of course. Well, he's just. I don't know if he's joking or not, but like the thing is, he's just having fun. It's hard for me to like get mad at him for doing that since he's family. But the thing is, though, it's like it's all about all about having fun, but as long as you don't hurt each other because of what kind of sports team you're with,
I'm glad that you said that, Red, because Dean acts like his eyebrows, they fade in and out of love.
How the fuck?
If his team doesn't win, he goes and finds another one.
How the
And then,
fuck
his
does
eyebrows,
that
they-
have
they-
anything to
they-
do with this shit?
No, but your eyebrows fade in and out when there's not enough sun, when it's dark and
Hey.
stuff. Like right now, we see it.
It's getting
but then
darker,
When you're
okay?
in the sun, it's gone. Yeah,
Did,
you
did, you,
look like.
did you go see Julie to fill it in for you?
No, no, not yet.
By the way, go to Juju, everybody. Juju Inc. to get your eyebrows done, diddly dude, for permanently.
my hair
Um,
my hair got filled in. Yeah.
It's
nice.
actually nice, but too
It
bad it's on the
does.
head of a trader. You know.
Oh.
Wow. Hey,
Oh,
okay, go ahead.
one more thing though. It's not only I met 6 Niner legends, I also meet some the current Niners. Also, I met some Gold Rush girls cheerleaders too.
Ooh. Did you get a picture with them?
Who was your favorite Gold Rush girl that you've met that made you a real fan of
The,
football?
I think it doesn't matter who. I mean, if they're just to cheer on the Niners, I'm all for it, you know. But I got a chance.
So Francesca's out the window.
Francesca.
Mm,
Wait, who's Francesca?
what?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just fishing here.
But again, you know that's just like the cherry on top of the cake. You know, when it comes to meeting not only football players, but also cheerleaders and media personnel too.
Okay. Well, just to defend myself on these accusations, these false accusations. These false. Thank you, Tigard. These false accusations of me being a bandwagoner. Damn right I am. I'm going for. No, I'm just kidding. No, I've been a San Francisco Giants fan all my life. Ever since my dad took me to my first game back in, I believe it was like 1997 or something. Back when Candlestick was still around. I've been a 49ers fan. I've watched the Super Bowl when, Joe Montana won the Super Bowl and then Steve Young was in our team. But that was like, I was younger back then. I didn't really fully understand. I didn't really play football. So I played baseball. So baseball was something that I was much more, I liked it more, basically. Basketball too. Although I know Tigard was telling me, or telling everybody, that I would light the beam. So during high school, I don't know if Tigard remembers, when we were playing in the during lunch, we would be mimicking other people's moves. I would mimic Jason Williams,
Right.
when he was in the Sacramento Kings.
My bad. I said Mike Bibby.
Yeah, Mike Bibby too, but like Jason Williams was the OG, right? So if you haven't heard that he's coming out with some new shoes, the Hyperflight shoes, which hopefully I can get. But anyway, yeah, I would mimic Jason Williams. That's why I like the Sacramento Kings. They almost won the or got. Did they win the No, they didn't win the championship. They almost
lost to the Lakers.
They lost to the Lakers.
Controversial.
Yeah. So they came very close. And even before the Warriors, they were my favorite team back then. And I get it. We were from the Bay Area, and not a lot of people consider Sacramento as a Bay Area team because they're all the way up there in the middle. But I still like them. The Warriors, yeah, they were fine back then. The We Believe, but I would root for both Kings and the Warriors. Just saying.
So when did you admit that to Tigard after high school?
I didn't admit it to Tigard. I just, he already knew that I liked the Kings because of Jason Williams.
So then you jumped on the bandwagon of the Warriors. Is that what you're saying?
No, I like both of them. I told you I like both of them, but like back then, I liked the Kings more. That's what I'm saying. Can a person
Jason Williams,
because of Jason Williams? So let me ask this question: can a person not like or root for two teams, for more than one team?
So that's a good tangential question that I wanted to answer. So, here's the thing: when I was younger, around our high school days and before that too, I had the naivety to think, oh yeah, I'm a Niners fan, but if my Niners don't get in, and the Raiders do, okay, yeah, I mean Raiders are Bay Area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my brother and my dad were like, no. What? And I was
Are
like,
you
well,
crazy?
why not? Like, they're Bay Area. If the Giants didn't make it, but the A's were doing good. I remember there was a time when the
Yeah,
A's were in the playoffs, and I was watching them, and I was like,
yeah.
all right, like keep going, guys. Like they unfortunately didn't make it, far along into the playoffs. But I had that. I I call it naivety because I didn't realize the history between rivals in not just in state, but like in the general vicinity of each other. So like, you know, the the biggest rivalries that sports uh, shows want to always bring up is New York and Boston,
Mm.
or within LA,
Mm-hmm.
they always talk about the Clippers are the baby brothers
The Lakers.
of the Lakers. The Angels are the baby brothers of the Dodgers. Like it's always like those are just it's kind of like, not that you can't do it. Again, like I'm not gonna tell you what you can and can't do. I'm gonna harp on you, Dean. Yes,
Oh,
absolutely. Especially when you rub me the wrong way and you enjoy my Warriors losing and you show
I,
me
Stop
light the
touching them.
beam
Stop
gifts.
touching them.
it's not that I
And
enjoy watching them lose.
yes, you do. You enjoy rubbing it into me and Deej, and we're like, all right, dude, like we already gotta deal with losing. Like, why you gotta rub salt into our
I
wounds,
I
kind
just
of
put
thing.
I just put up funny memes about it. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I have to seek help because of your memes,
Oh,
by the way. So thank you.
all right.
Thank you for that.
Sorry for the memes.
No, I'm just saying.
But
Well, to jump on what Tigard was saying, there's some sweethearts out there that play sports and whatnot that you kind of really pull for, and you really want them to be successful and all. I think that the two people that are just really competitive, but they just are very nice, down to earth people that have love for the game and love fans and all that. I was a huge Reggie Miller fan when I was being a fan of, Bimbo Coles and the Brian
Oh,
Shaw backcourt of the Golden State Warriors days. So I was really pulling for Reggie Miller to get a championship within the Indiana Pacers, right? Because he's such a freaking tough competitor. There was a game where it was a playoff game against the New York Knicks, and the dude literally scored like 9 points in like 5 seconds to freaking beat the Knicks and to move forward. It was like
mm-hmm.
the most magical thing I've ever seen in my life. And so both him and Cheryl Miller, his sister, are just really cool people, and to see both of them in the Hall of Fame because of their not only their abilities, but the way that they were ambassadors to the game. Like Reggie Miller followed Cheryl Miller into broadcasting,
Hmm.
and through their outside careers of basketball, not only did their skills bring fans to the game, but also their wealth of knowledge and the professionalism of their broadcasting on their respective channels when they were broadcasters helped simplify a game and make it and show how much to love other than scoring. There's a lot of things to love about basketball. If you ever been to a game, you'll see how a defense sets up. Do they go into a zone, or do they try to double team their star player? And I mean, there's all these things that the Millers brought out in their broadcasting career. So just saying. I mean, I was definitely a Golden State Warriors fan. I mean, dude, seriously, Brian Shaw and Bimbo Coles, okay, in the same backcourt, and I was cheering for them. So
was that with
so
was that with Corey Maggette, and or was that
no, no,
later
no,
with
no.
Corey?
It was Bimbo Coles, Brian Shaw. I think John Starks was on the team, and then
Oh,
Kevin Willis or something.
Oh my
Like
goodness.
there was like a weird team that was put together, and I think I don't think John Starks and Brian Shaw played together, but the 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 Warriors were in a weird place where they just freaking decided to just grab anybody and just formulate a team, and then there was a time when Bimbo Coles and Brian Shaw were averaging 40 points a game for the Warriors, and if they did not reach 40 points altogether, the Warriors would lose. And I'm like, is this really what we have? We have to wait for Bimbo Coles and Brian Shaw to score 40 points for us to be a winning team. And I was like, how? And that's when I knew that being a fan, a loyal fan, you have to go through the ups like you go through the downs. And boy, was that a down. So God bless Reggie Miller. Thank you.
Yeah, I remember hoping like, can we win more than 23 games this season?
Course, man.
Bro, okay, Tigar, tell me how this went. Okay, tell me how this went for you. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, there is a high school sensation, Kobe Bryant, that is available for picking. Golden State Warriors are up next with the 11th pick. The Warriors draft center Todd Fuller. It's like, huh?
Todd
Where's
Fuller.
Kobe Bryant? He was there. And then guess what? He stayed with the Lakers for his entire career. Tell me he wouldn't have done that for the Warriors.
Oh boy.
The only thing we can say now, though, in hindsight, is we had to go through that torment because then
Fuller.
remember when we when we drafted Curry, the Timberwolves had two picks before us,
And they got both
picked
of them wrong.
and they picked 2 point guards before we picked Steph Curry, who was listed as a point guard, and it's like that hurts. But now they have Anthony Edwards, and it's like, you kind of have these like situations, and they also had Kevin Garnett for some
For
years.
years,
They
yeah,
had
for almost a decade.
they had Carl Anthony Towns, like. It's also about like your ownership. Like Chris Gohan, when he owned the Warriors, he sucked. Like he did not care about winning. He did not. He only cared about was making money. And luckily, we, got Lakeup and Gruber who came in and were like, no, we. I mean, they obviously want to make money off of it, but we want to win. Like that's what we're here for. And I mean, we got 4 championships out of it so far with.
Thank
With drafting
goodness.
Curry.
Because if you were a GM, if you were an owner and you freaking hired a guy by the name of David Twardzik, you deserve to be fired. David Twardzik sounds like a professor that every student hates. Sorry, but that's just despicable. That's despicable. But I feel
Jesus.
you on that.
All right. Well, yeah. So this became a sports segment for tonight, which is
My
fine.
bad, my bad.
No, which is fine because we haven't had a sports segment for a while.
Well, I have a kind not a rebuttal question for you, Dean, but kind of like let me ask you your second question in a slightly different manner.
Sure.
So, you asked us, are you able to root for other teams even if it's not your team that you normally go for? Like, so how do you consider yourself a quote unquote loyal fan if you're
Rooting for 2 teams.
simultaneously rooting for 2 teams at the same time?
Well, good question. Obviously, you're loyal to one or the other. You can't have two teams that you root for. So you got to pick one. I mean, there's people that pick more than one, but I guess you can't call yourself a loyal fan then, right? If you're picking 2 teams. So
Well, like, so do you consider yourself a fan or a fan from a team more? Like, are you more a Kings fan than a Warriors fan, or vice
Back
versa,
then-
or Niners fan versus Raiders fan? But you will
root for either one.
go back and forth. Yeah.
I would say so because back then when I was in high school, I was more of a Kings fan than a Warriors fan. I'll admit it. And when We Believe came in, I was still actually rooting for the Kings more than the Warriors. So until Steph Curry and their dynasty came in, I was like, okay, I mean, I still like the Kings. They had some good players. But of course, Bay Area team, Golden State Warriors. I mean, same with the Giants. Also, if the A's, there were some points where I liked the A's. There were some points where I liked the Giants more. So I flip flop with either one, but I don't really go for you know the Dodgers, obviously. So
I think me and Deej would have to excommunicate you if you ended up rooting for the Dodgers
Right.
or the
Yeah, so
Lakers.
right.
yeah, I mean, I appreciate your honesty, Dean. I really do. I think that you are a class act. But the thing that doesn't, wrap around my opening skull here is that you just don't want to face hardship and stress. You don't want to be with one team that goes through hard times. You always want to go where there's a team that's giving you the good times, which is fine, but don't you think that you could be crawling back when the good things happen with the Niners when you were talking stuff about the Niners? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Oh well, no, the Niners. I've been more of a Niners fan than a Raiders fan. I'll defend myself by saying that jersey, that Raiders jersey, was given to me as a gift by a friend, and I wore it only for John Madden, who passed away that day. I still have it to this day because it's a gift, and I will keep it forever. But it's Warren Sapp too. He's a really good player, football player.
Pretty good, yeah.
Pretty good, but so that's why.
Pretty good player there. But well, hey, um, Tygart. I know that Ronnie Lott, Roger Craig, and Jerry Rice joined the Raiders, but do you have a Raiders jersey of them at all?
Heck no.
Well, somebody didn't gift it to him. So.
No, so here's the thing. Like when I was younger, when I was a kid, one of my uncles on my dad's side got me a Raiders hat.
Oh,
And I looked at my dad like, wait, he knows that we're Niners fans, right? And he was like, well, he's a Raiders fan, and
He wants you.
yeah, I have no idea whatever happened to that hat.
I think your
so
dad threw it
Raiders
away.
fans recruit others.
Welcome to the dark side.
Wow. Okay, Tiger has a different story than yours, bro. You accepted it by choice. He
True.
was just kind of, why do I have to accept it? Because he's family. He had questions. You didn't. You said, dude, Sap, yeah.
I mean, I didn't give it back. I didn't say, oh, fuck, what is this, Raiders? Ugh, give this shit back. I'm being polite here. So.
Okay. So last question to test your thing here. So you know that every Ross has like jerseys out there, right? And you know that Ross technically doesn't give you the home teams, right? It's always like Kyler Murray or Derek Carr or some other freaking player and whatnot, or
Yeah,
even basketball jerseys from like I don't know.
I seen a lot of Kevin Durant's when he left.
Yeah, James Harden's and all that stuff. Like the journeymans and stuff.
Yeah.
So, would you bypass those jerseys, or would you say, you're joining my man cave?
No, I wouldn't buy them.
You wouldn't buy? Okay.
No, I wouldn't buy them. No.
Even if it was $10.
If it was the $10, maybe. No. If it was $5, maybe. If it was free, hell yeah. So, but anyway, Red Wolf.
Yeah.
How are you doing back there?
I'm just chilling.
You're just chilling. So, what do you think about having loyal to two teams? Does that go for you?
I don't know about like being a fan of.
All right. Anyway, let's end this.
Oh, come on. Let him speak.
All right. No, go ahead.
Well, I would say this. Like I said, I think like I said before, I didn't know what being a bandwagon jumper at the term at the time, but when I started learning about it, I started saying, you know what? Okay, looks like I learned a valuable lesson. I gotta be loyal to one. And that is like, being a Niner fan, being a Warrior fan, even being a Giants fan, because they all belong to the Bay Area. And
Touche.
And of course, I got my whole family, like a huge fan. They're huge fans of the Bay Area sports scene. But I'll tell you one thing though, my dad used to tell me stories about, about basketball, Warriors, or even the Niners, or I don't know if he was a Giants fan. Maybe he was somewhat. But yeah, I grew up watching him watching a lot of sports with him. Even we get to watch the highlights on like 11 o'clock news back in the day too. So, but yeah, I sometimes get to see I get to see some highlights on sports just to see how the Warriors or the Niners or the Giants are doing. But yeah, I mean, like I said, man, it's like it's good that you can be loyal to one team, but it's hard to be loyal to two.
Ouch. Thank you.
Very poignant.
Yeah. Yes.
Point, Red.
Thank you. This will be the last time Red Wolf will be.
Oh, come on. Let him speak.
You're my cousin, man.
Free the Red Wolf.
Free the
Red Wolf.
You're my cousin, man. Look, I'm not here to tell you what to do. Just marinate on that,
Oh, I'll marinate.
There you go.
Yeah,
thank you, Red.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Just marinate on it.
Oh shit. Okay.
As the kind beast of a cousin would tell you.
All right. Well, thank you.
No problem.
All right. Well, any last thoughts in this return to the podcast?
I'm glad that we're returning to the podcast. My phone's about to die. Oh,
okay. Well, since Deja's phone is about to die, and I don't know what time it is over there in Tigard land.
Almost 11.
Almost 11. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. Everybody here, Red Wolf, Tigard, Wives, Dej, me, and all of you guys out there. Thank you guys for watching us in our podcast here, and we'll try to bring you something at least every week. So we are back. Hello 2026. And yeah, final thoughts?
Wow, starting with you or me?
Yeah, for you.
Well, just to let you know, this is the first time I actually talked about sports with you guys, because the past 2 episodes we talk about wrestling. So if probably the next time I'll be here, I'll definitely promise you with some more wrestling content, in which I will say that I'll tell you about the seeds that were planted on my wrestling before I went on my wrestling journey. But also don't forget that my birthday is on in just a few days.
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy early birthday.
Yep, yeah. March 4 will always be the day of the wolf, right?
Very
there, man.
Good. Happy birthday! What'd you get me? Oh no.
He got you. Don't be a bandwagoner. That's what he got you.
Oh my god,
that hurts.
Oh, and D's just left. Okay, he just said fuck this and goodbye.
So,
all right.
But yeah, so my birthday is this coming Wednesday, and also I'm celebrating my 40th anniversary of my gaming journey on March the 9th. So,
gaming, all right.
Yeah, it's been 40
We're gonna
years.
Do some more gaming.
It's been 40 years since I went on that video game journey with Nintendo. So, yeah, maybe in the future I might tell some gaming stories.
Well, Tigard is a Legend of Zelda fan, so yeah.
Well, you know that I met the voice actress of Princess Zelda last 2 years. Yeah, I did.
Nice.
She even said my name in her voice, really.
The Legend of Zelda?
Yeah.
The real one?
Yes, the voice actress.
Where was
All
this?
Right, Dean, we got to talk about this the next time.
Where was
the
this?
next topic right
That was
right
at
now.
Fan Expo, dude.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll talk about that the next time.
Sure.
We'll bring you back in here. So, but yeah, Tigard, anything?
Don't be a bandwagoner.
God damn it. True. It's true.
Don't be a dean.
Don't be. Oh damn. Oh shit. We're doing this now. We're doing this now. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. Thanks, Tigard.
I got to give it to you since it's only me. I don't got Deej here to help me out. So
I know.
Got to give it to you double time.
I think he's in the bathroom, literally. Anyway. All right. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of Dragon Ball. No, the Randomly Irregular Podcast. Peace.